Hello, everyone. My name is Caolina. I'm so glad to be here to share some time with you. This is planet Earth. It is our home, but it is also the home of many living species. Humans are actually just a tiny percent of all the living beings in our planet. That's what we'll be talking about today, how we share this planet with many other living beings. So the first thing I want you to do is, really quickly, from the top of your mind, pick 3 spots that you like in nature. It can be the beach, a tree, the local park, whatever you prefer. You have 10 seconds to think about it. Did you think about them? Great. Now, usually when I think of the beach or the park near my house, I think about all the humans there. When I think about towns and cities and houses, I think about humans again. But who else lives there? The world is full of different habitats. Habitat is the natural environment of an animal or plant. We could say that habitats are homes. A plant's or an animal's home can be in a lake, a forest, or the depths of the ocean. But living beings live right here, close to us humans. We don't need to travel or to watch TV or go into the computer to find nature living right next to us. I can look out the window right now and I see the homes of trees and of birds. And next to me, here's a plant and she's in her home. So let me ask you a question. Who lives in your house? If you'd like, you can list them on your fingers like we did in the last activity. You have 30 seconds to think about it. So go ahead. All done? When I think of this question, the first people I think of are my sister and my parents. But then I think a little bit more and I think, of course, my dogs. But then I take a little more time to think and I think about the spider that lives in my bathroom and the plants that are around the house and the little bugs that live in those plants. I mean, when I look at just one plant, there's a whole world. Ants live in it, a lot of bacteria. So does a spider, and a butterfly comes to visit often. We may know a lot about the humans around us, but we might not think too much about the other living beings that live with us. So take a moment to think of other living beings that might live in your home and share this with the person sitting next to you. You have 1 minute. We actually share our houses and homes with many living beings. My house is my home, but there's so many living beings living in it too. So thinking about that, You're going to explore a couple of questions together as a class, and you'll have a couple of minutes to discuss it. The question is your house just your home? What about the other living beings that live in it? Whose home is it really? You can start discussing. All right. It can be difficult to think of these questions. So let's take a look at a short film to try to help us explore this. It's called There's a Orangutan in My Bedroom.
There's a orangutan in my bedroom and I don't know what to do. She plays with all my teddies and keeps borrowing my shoe. She destroys all of my houseplants and she keeps on shouting, ooh. She throws away my chocolate and she howls at my shampoo. There's a orangutan in my bedroom and I don't want her to stay. So I told the naughty orangutan that she had to go away. Orangutan in my bedroom, just before you go, why were you in my bedroom? I really want to know. There's a human in my forest and I don't know what to do. He destroyed all of our trees for your food and your shampoo. There's a human in my forest and I don't know what to do. He took away my mother and I'm scared he'll take me too. There are humans in my forest and I don't know what to do. They're burning it for palm oil. So I thought I'd stay with you. Orangutan in my bedroom, now I do know what to do. I'll fight to save your home and I'll stop you feeling blue. I'll share your story far and wide so others can fight too. Orangutan in my bedroom, I swear it on the stars. The future's not yet written, but I'll make sure it is ours.
How did you feel watching this video? Did you feel surprised, sad, hopeful, or something else entirely? Try to notice what your body is telling you about how you feel. It could be your heart racing a little more, or your face becoming a frown, or your chest expanding. So why does this film make us feel a certain way? What is this film about? This film is an example of deforestation and some of its impacts. Deforestation means that most or all of the trees have been cut down or removed from an area of forest by humans. this is how it can look like. Now that we talked about how everywhere we look, there are homes of other living beings, how many homes do you think were destroyed in this image alone? To try to understand deforestation a little better, we're going to do a small activity. First, you will have the option of choosing from 3 inhabitants of the Amazon rainforest. Then, you will close your eyes and listen to some of the sounds you are likely to hear if you lived there. Whilst you're listening, I will ask you some questions so you can start imagining that you are that inhabitant and you live in the rainforest. So let's choose our inhabitant. Would you like to be a jaguar, praying mantis, or toucan? Are you ready? Now that you've chosen your animal, you're going to start listening to the sounds of your home while I ask you some questions. Close your eyes, go ahead, and start imagining. What is your home like? Is it hot? Is it cold or warm? Are you alone or with friends? What do you eat? How does it feel like? We're going to start coming back from the forest now. Very good. I felt like I was in the Amazon myself. But now, something has happened. Humans are coming into the forest and cutting down a lot of trees. They are making noise and destroying your home. So now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes again, and we're going to listen to sounds that are a bit different. How does the forest sound now? How does your home feel with fewer trees? Can you still find food? What are you scared of? What do you wish for? We're going to start coming back from the forest now. When we think about deforestation and how it impacts the homes of other living beings, it's hard to understand why people cut down trees. So let's try to understand this a bit more. Forests provide us with many products that we use in our lives, and many people rely on the rainforest to survive. However, there's a strong argument that deforestation is mainly done to provide the world with luxuries. So what are these luxuries? For example, the Rangtang film we watched shows the process of deforestation because of palm oil. You might not have heard about palm oil before, but it's actually in many of the products we use in our daily lives. For example, lipstick, pizza dough, instant noodles, shampoo, soap, packaged bread, chocolate, and even ice cream. There are many ways to make these products without using palm oil, or by using sustainable and responsible palm oil, which means it is produced in a socially and environmentally responsible way. There are many ways and places where we can learn more about how we are impacting the homes of other living beings. For example, I found out that this one label we can find on products that have sustainable palm oil. Together, we can make choices that don't harm living beings. It can be as simple as choosing what we buy and don't buy. In order to live happily and safely, we all need to feel secure in our homes and to not be threatened from having them destroyed. This is the same for all living beings, whether human, animal, bird, insect, or otherwise. All of us across the world are sharing space with living and non-living beings in the planet we call home. We can all do our bit to help our communities and the creatures who live here to thrive by being respectful and caring to every part of the world around us, whether we can see them or not. I want to remind you of a quote from the film that we watched. I like it because it talks about a future that is ours, of all living beings. So let's read it together. The future is not yet written, but I'll make sure it is ours. We are finishing our time together. Before I go, let's think about these final questions together. What sort of world would you like to see in the future? What is a pledge that you are going to take? What would you like to ask world leaders to do? You can use these sentence starters to help you. So, I imagine a world where I pledge to. I would like you to. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes so that you can think about them while I think about mine. So this is it for today. It was a pleasure to be with you. Thank you very much.